All right, everybody, welcome back to the American Dota League Season number 2. It's the Grand Finals, best of 5 series between Mousesports and Team Liquid. We are jumping into game number 2 already, underway into the draft. Thank you so much for joining us here on the American Dota League. My name is Maud. With me today, as always, is What Is Hip. How you doing, Greg?
I'm doing great, man. I've moved over to my comfy chair. So that's how you know we're in business.
Well, I wish I had a comfy chair.
Condolences, dude.
Thanks. So, game number 2. Game number 1, a bit surprising, I'd say. We talk about Mousesports and how well they've been playing recently, and Liquid comes in with a very solid game. A bit kind of iffy at the start, but they played well for the most part. I'd say going into, I guess, about 20 or 30 minutes in, they started turning things around. They got a couple of huge fights, and from there, there was no stopping them. They got Quickfoot farmed, and I feel like that is the key for Liquid, is getting Quickfoot a hero that he's comfortable with and having him just kind of take hold of the game. Yes, we might see Demon or TC or Way2 or whoever, even Bulba, have a big impact on this game early on or even later, but I feel like Quickfoot is the key to victory here for Team Liquid half the time.
I would definitely agree with that. I mean, he's just such a good player. He's able to really farm up and make a huge difference, and he seems to always know what his role is and do it very well. And that's not something that's, I mean, it sounds like an easy thing, but in Comp Dota, it's very difficult because there's constantly the other team trying to disrupt you from anything that you're trying to do. So, well played game there by Liquid, and another couple of targeted bans on both teams this time. Mousesports actually taking this opportunity to ban out the Mirana and Slark, as well as the Troll kicked out by Liquid.
If this was like 6.80, can you imagine like seeing a Lycan and Invoker just being like, wow, that's terrifying. Like, that's actually disgusting to think about. Now it's not as crazy, I'd say. I'd say both of those heroes have been nerfed, I guess, well enough that they're okay and competitive, but still, it's a really good start for Mousesports' draft, and Liquid go for the Nature's Prophet Enchantress. They like to go for the woodsy heroes. They're going to start with a bit of pushing here from Liquid, which I like a bit more. They don't really go for this kind of lineup that often, but I like it a lot coming out for them, and the last couple of bans coming through as well.
Yeah, I'd agree with that, and I mean, I don't know. I think Lycan's still pretty scary. There is another, he got nerfed again in the last little patch. Howl, a little bit less damage, a little bit less duration.
Yeah.
And, well, I don't know. Dire Lycan is still pretty scary.
It's nothing to be, you know, you can't just say, okay, it's going to be fine, we can shut him down. He will probably go for Roshan at some point in time with his team. If he gets a medallion, even better. So, Mousesports have, I think, a solid draft, and it's interesting. I haven't seen them pick too much Lycan. Obviously, it's not been available all that often, so I like the fact that they grab it here. Treant Protector ban. I felt like Demon played a very solid Treant game in that last one.
So. It was pretty good. Yeah, I think it was definitely acceptable. I mean, he did his job. There wasn't too much he could do to keep the towers alive. Mouse was committing pretty heavily to those, so I think that's a fine ban. Jimmy's tree was pretty solid, but the thing is that does open him up to some other heroes that he might even have a bigger impact on. So. Enchantress for Liquid, I like this a lot. I mean, it's just good against Invoker. I don't know if I think you talked about this a little bit, but Enchantress is just so good at punishing that hero.
Yeah, we talk about how she can roam early on and just lock him down with a Dark Troll Summer, or even a Centaur Warrunner. Not Warrunner, Centaur Conqueror, rather. That's the hero. So Centaur Conqueror, and even a Dark Troll Summoner and Centaur Conqueror together can do very well against the Invoker. So try to get some early ganks going. They can even TP the Nature's Prophet in if they want to be super aggressive, which is actually kind of it's a moniker of Mousesports. They kind of just, they TP and Pycat on the Nature's Prophet very early on, all over the map, and just try to get kills with him. Again, Mousesports will pick up Sand King for Misery. Team Liquid will pick up, again, DK for TC in probably the same matchup, Invoker versus DK. But Mousesports, they go for the Vengeance. They want to have this kind of aura damage strategy. That's a lot of right-click damage coming out on the side of Mouse. So
this is a pretty typical Mouse lineup. Again, it's just relying on snowballing through the mid-game, and we'll see if they can get it done, or if Liquid can hold it down. Again, they go for the Dragon Knight, which I have to say was not the biggest impact in the last game. In the late game, it was okay, but it felt like TC was just kind of there in the last game.
I don't know. I'd say his Dragon Tails were a bit on point. Having that lockdown, having that lockdown alone is very important.
5 seconds remaining.
We'll see. I mean, I think it's a solid hero for TC, so maybe he'll do a bit better this game. He did have some issues in lane, so we'll see. I don't know. I think it's a solid choice pretty much always. It's never really bad. It can clear out some room for Nature's Prophet to push. I am a little worried, though, that they might just get routed by this Lycan at this point.
Yeah, there is potential for that quick game here for Mousesports. Again, there's also that split push potential from Team Liquid, though. They could kind of prolong this one, and depending on who they pick for their hard carry, we don't know how late this could theoretically go. A lot like the previous game as well, where Mousesports are just like, okay, we're going to be aggressive early on, which is pretty much their play style to a T, and then Team Liquid are just going to maybe farm back into it. So there are options, obviously, for both sides. Mousesports, they really, I feel like, want that troll. I feel like that's a big staple of them, but it's banned out every single time, and even in the first round of bans here for Team Liquid. So they know what they're playing up against, and Team Liquid, with that targeted ban, that means they have a lot more room to work with. They'll pick up a Lion, which we don't see too much of. I feel like he's a solid hero. He has a really long duration Hex. His Earth Spike is pretty solid as well. And obviously Finger is a gigantic nuke, so...
5 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, the issues really that come down when you have a Lion on your team are his early levels are not great. His spells cost a decent amount of mana, so he can't really spam them. He's not a great counter pusher. That being said, if game goes your way, Lion is incredible. Hex is, if you can, I mean, just one level in Hex is 2.5 seconds. It's really, really good, and the stun duration on Earth Spike scales really well. So if you can get a good start on Lion, I think he's a really, really powerful hero. But if they aggro you, it's really easy to punish Lion.
I think it's really good for roaming here in this scenario because of what they have in their team. He's going to be a lane support, so yeah, if they go for aggro for Mousesports, which with a Lycan isn't the best, but with a Vengeful Spirit, Magic Missile, Sand King, Burrow Strike, the thing is, though, they probably won't. Sand King's going to want to be in that safe lane so he can have easy access to that jungle. Yes, you could get access there in the opposing team jungle and even shut down the Enchantress. There's that option, but I'm not sure if they're going to do that. They look like this is more of a defensive tri-lane posture here for Mousesports. For Team Liquid, they need to pick a carrier, or at least a safe laner here right now, as they have the Lion already. They have an Enchantress, who I don't think is going to be going aggressive anytime soon. Nature's Prophet probably goes in the off lane. That's actually kind of a dangerous off lane to be up against. He can stay kind of safe with boots first. Vengeful Spirit really won't be able to get him range with the Magic Missile. So I like Liquid's draft actually a bit better, despite the fact that there's a Lycan and Invoker on Mousesports. I just feel like they've maybe, well, I say that, and then all of a sudden they pick a Centaur, and that's pretty solid as well. So, and it also gets away because if there's going to be a dual lane for Team Liquid, they really can't kill the Centaur, so I like that.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like, if the early game goes the way of Mouse, I think Liquid are going to have a really hard time just stopping it. Looking at their picks, like, Nature's Prophet doesn't do too much counter pushing, Enchantress is mediocre, Dragon Knight has good wave clear, Lion, not that much wave clear either. I mean, Earth Spike's okay, but not a very large duration. Tidehunter, that's a pretty solid way to round out their lineup. At least it makes it so if Mouse pushes into their towers, they're gonna get punished for it by getting ravaged. So
this is like not the complete opposite, but it's very different from what we saw in the last game for Team Liquid. This is not the same type of draft. There is no real late game hero here. Quick for maybe on a farming Nature's Prophet. We've seen Pycat actually have a lot of right-click damage and get like a Mjolnir, an MKB, and a Scythe, and like that amount of damage up on that hero. You're kind of a glass cannon in that case, but it's a bit interesting. I don't know how they're going to line this up. Waitsu's got to jump in the jungle. They're switching roles again, and they're going to try to make something work here, but I don't know how I feel about this last pick Tide.
It seems okay.
10 seconds remaining.
I don't know. I mean, it does kind of shoehorn them a little bit, though, in the way they can play this, right? Because their late game is not great. It's not like they have a Darkseer for really good late game initiation. Darkseer and Earth Spike would have actually been pretty sick, but I don't know. I can definitely see your misgivings with this lineup.
It just seems to me that they're going kind of a bit differently than what they had in the last game, which was enough to get them the win. However, again, we haven't really seen this lineup, so we don't know how it can go here. We'll see how things shape up for Liquid as we jump into game number 2 here on the American Dota League. It's the grand finals. So for Team Liquid, the American squad will have Waitu. He'll be on the Enchantress. Quakeful will be on the Nature's Prophet. Demon on the Tidehunter. Bulba's going to be on the line. TC will be on the DK to round out that lineup.
On the other side, we've got Mouse looking to fight back here after losing game number 1, a very long game. MSS, he's going to be on the Centaur, Pycat on the Lycan, Pass on the Sand King, Misery on the Vengeful Spirit, and Fada once again going to be picking up the Invoker. Yeah, no, I'm there, dude.
I mean, like, it's gross. It's disgusting.
Honestly, I get uncomfortable when I look at that thing.
Meanwhile, initiation, Demon getting caught out the magic missile, the burst strike as well to stop. This is first blood going for Pycat. That was just easy. Demon was in a bad place. He got caught with his pants down.
But far from the last.
Yeah, and that's not a good start there for Liquid, but we'll see how they're gonna settle into lanes here. Koikova, is he gonna? Looks like he is gonna be heading towards that off lane. Has gone boots first, so is this gonna be a farming Tidehunter? Looks like it.
Yeah, we don't see this too
EG
often.
Style. Yeah. Back when Fear was playing for EG, they used to do this.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Semi-regularly. It's pretty good.
I don't mind it. It's really good for early game pressure. If he gets a Maggot first, I'm gonna be kind of upset. I'll be a little upset because there's an Enchantress and a Koikva Nature's Prophet on your team. So go for that Blink Dagger, and then like get an early refresher and maybe win the game. Who knows? Misery picks up Invis, and he's actually roaming around the jungle. They're looking for something here. So it's actually going to be Pos and the Sand King, which is interesting. Misery usually is the Sand King player, but these two supports have switched so very often. Pycat's playing up. They could potentially get a kill here. He has Howl level 1. They're going to run right into Way2. There's actually no vision for the raiding team. Pos has not been spotted out. Way2's playing safe right now. He's sitting kind of back here, but...
Do they have enough damage to kill him? Probably.
I think they do.
As long as if they hit the Burrow Strike, he's going to get a couple right clicks off.
No, they're not going to go
Looks
for
like he's just going to harass him back.
Well,
maybe. Maybe he's going to try to... No.
Is this a bait?
Nope.
No.
I was going to say maybe they're trying to run him into Pos, but...
Then
Pos walked away.
He's going to go right under the ward, so it looks like he'll just be fine. And he's actually just trying to zone out Misery, just making sure that he's not going to be down here. So they will have to hit some heroes. And
Koikova is just destroying Fada. Fada's at half HP, not a single last hit. Koikova dominating this lane so far.
Yeah, that's actually huge. But they will rotate some heroes up here. They're actually going to give Fata a side lane, which means he's not going to get the most experience if they start, you know, leeching some experience, which they will. But Mouse are going to go ahead and smoke up. They're going to try to find a kill. And this is actually, Koikva's playing very far up. And these heroes are still off the map. He's got to be very careful. He has no idea this is coming. He should die here. I mean, he's in a very...
2 stuns, position. No mana for teleport anyway.
He's dead, I think. Koikva just realizing now that he's maybe in some trouble. He's like, oh, where am I going to go here? Looks like I'm in some trouble, boys. He's going to try to juke as best as he can. He's going to eat a tree. And he did a good job, but I think he's still dead. Magic Missile's going to go. The Sunstrike, the Burrow Strike, and dead. Misery's going to get the kill there. So he tried his best, but it wasn't good enough, sadly.
2 little overextensions by Liquid. I mean, I guess the bottom one wasn't an overextension, but just getting caught out. And Liquid give up 2 kills early, and that's exactly what Mouse want. They want to be able to start rolling along, get that snowball gathering up, and just try to roll over Liquid. But how's Pycat doing on Lycan? Quite well.
11 last hits most of the game. He's also got the first blood as well. He's got 1,200 gold saved up, so he can just buy Vlad's outright pretty soon. And that's pretty damn solid. TC is sitting at 11, so he's not doing too poorly himself, but I mean, with the start that Pycat had with that first blood, it's rather huge. He's getting harassed by his Theater Tormentor, but meanwhile, top Magic Missile's going to go on Koikva. Do they have the Burrow Strike? The Cold Snap's going to go first. Koikva getting kind of low here. He's got boots. I don't know if this Burrow Strike's going to go. They might just dive this all together.
Oh no, Koikva! Oh my god, if he can get this kill on Misery.
No, the tower's going to take the aggro for Fata, and it looks like Misery will get that kill.
The block!
Fata! He's not going to fall the trance, not doing enough damage. Misery. No, looks like he should be okay as well. Nice try, but Koikva will fall yet again.
That's really frustrating. Man, he was so close to killing a lot of those heroes, just not able to quite clean them up.
Way2's going to help out here. He's going to head up to this top lane, and he's got a Centaur Conqueror, so he's got his stun ready. Koikva with no Sprout. He's actually going to TP behind the action. He's looking for the right click. The Treant body block might come out. Fata may be in trouble here. Burrow Strike's going to go in on Koikva right now. Meanwhile, Fata taking a right click from Way2. Not nearly enough. The Cold Snap. Koikva taking a bit of damage. Pos now getting body block. No stun coming through. Now the Sandstorm. Uh-oh. Liquid maybe have overextended here. Fata's going to back off as well. The Wave of Terror, Howl of Terror rather, goes out. They can't really get much done after that, so a bit of harass going on both sides. Nothing really coming of it.
Yeah, still, Liquid are just trying to make something happen, and it's not really working, to be honest. And Way2 gonna go grab another creep, maybe revisit this. Unfortunately, it's the Wild Ring. That's not exactly a ganking creep. So
no, it's just gonna be an annoying creep. He's gonna throw up the Tornado real quick, and this is gonna push back Fata, and Misery. They don't want to take too much damage here. Meanwhile, top rune, Lycan actually gets it to DD, which is pretty nice if he gets his ultimate. All of a sudden, he can kill yours rather quickly. Demon down in the bottom lane is farming okay. Actually has the second most last hits at 20 right now. He's 800 gold in the bank as well, so he's doing rather well.
If he does go straight for Blink, he's going to have that right around the time he gets level 6.
He's going to get Arcane first, I imagine. Almost
yeah,
every
that's
single
true,
tide
that's true. Yeah,
does that, so...
You're right. I just neglected to see that. He did not have those.
Well, that's
blind
right.
gaming.
I forgive you. So, Paz is rotating through mid. They actually see way too in the jungle right now. Paz is going to run right into him. They're pinging on him here. I don't know if they're going to go for him or not. Looks like they're going to go for a burrow strike. Way too. In some trouble. There's the DD. Oh my god. Podcat just slaps him to death. He just backhanded that poor freaking Enchantress, man.
Bottom lane, they missed a kill on MSS. Well, they didn't really miss it, but he gets away. They used a lot of spells on him. Koikova even TPs in, but in the end, Koikova sprouts him, and then he just TPs out, so...
They got nothing really to lock him down, not until... Well, actually, they had Bulba there, but it looks like he already used Gears,
bottom tower is under
maybe didn't have enough mana. Arcanes are now done for Demon, though, so that is something.
They were on CD.
Oh, TC! Oh, the sun's... It's not going to connect. We'll get out of there just fine. That was close.
Well, MSS taking some pressure here. He is...
Because
the other team's sitting under his tower, so he's definitely uncomfortable right now, trying to figure out a way. He may be pushing them back, but I'm not sure he's going to be able to. Walks up, gets gushed immediately, and looks like Liquid, despite being down 4 kills, we're going to get the first tower of the game. Really not any difference in XP or gold, even with those 4 kills. So.
And this is what got them back into the game in the first game. They just kind of took down a tower, they farmed up as much as they could, and then went from there. I'm a bit more concerned about their early game this time around. They have lost 4 kills, but they are working on this tier 1 tower middle as well. They're taking a lot of damage. Pycat actually had to TP back in to defend it. He is level 6, so he's ready to go, and he's ready to fight, but... Fox is now getting room to free farm as Quickville, like you mentioned, has TP'd out of the lane. He'll probably head to the jungle, but he's got to split it with Way 2 if that's the case, so... This is the issue. It's not... There's not that much room for Liquid on the map right now. Until they can get some towers. That tier 1 tower down bottom is good, but tier 1 tower top is really what they're aiming for, I think, in the next couple of minutes, so...
Yeah, they just need to concentrate on getting objectives in general. TC has almost taken down the mid tower. Should probably get that on his next Elder Dragon form. Pycat's level 6. Has 1,400 gold. Where is he going to go with this? Looks like he might finish his boots and then go for something else. Or maybe he gets a Midas here. That seems weird. Okay.
I feel like Vlad's is just something you can't pass up right now. The thing is, you don't have to go for it first. You can pick a Medallion if you want to. I don't know if you're really going to go for a Midas. He's just going to buy the Vlad's outright. So, actually, he needs the Morbid Mask first, but...
I think that's a fine choice. Like you said, passing up that early Vlad's is pretty tough, because if it gets you a kill, if you get a kill, you pretty much can just basically right away go for Roshan. So, huge smoke by Liquid, though. They're going to look to make something happen. Level 6 is up for Jimmy. Ravage is available. They move in on Pycat.
Magic Missile, it's going to be a demon. Pycat does get hexed up. He is going to fall now. Liquid, they're probably going to turn this into a tier 1 tower, maybe even more on top of that. I love that they're balling up this early on. They know that Mouse has this early game pressure, but with Demon farming the way he did, he has Arcanes. He's got 1,700 gold in the bank. Where did that come from? Man, that's some decent farm. And the only thing I'm concerned about now for Liquid is the fact that Koikva, he's got really nothing. He does have his Midas recipe, but he doesn't have Phase Boots. On the backside, Burrow Strike coming through way too in trouble. He's got an 8 to 10. There's the Ravage. Now Misery in trouble. The Dragon Tail Breathe Fire is going to come through. Misery's going to fall as well. 2 dead. They're not going to be able to take this tier 2 tower unless they want to dive on Pycat here, which they can. They're going to go straight forward anyways.
They still have Elder Dragon form for a little bit here. A considerable amount of time. Enough to maybe get the kill, but Stampede Initiation.
Demon might fall here. The double edge, the right click should be enough. And now the chase is on Bulba. Nice sprout coming up from Quake for there. Bulba getting chased down yet again, but he should be okay. Sunstrike, where is that? I'm not sure where it went, but it was a little too far away. Bulba's going to get chopped down. Pycat thinking about chasing, decides against it. Top lane, they did get that tower as well, so Fatsa securing a tier 1 tower. So a bit of a turnaround. Mouse get a tower out of the trade as well as a kill, which is not bad at all. He gets a lot of room to farm as well, so Fatsa getting something.
Yeah, if it looks like Fata will probably go for that Midas as well. It's possible he just goes straight for like a blink or something, but that'd be a little aggressive. I think the Midas is really just too good to pass up on Invoker. It gives you everything you want. Yeah. Levels are obviously crucial on this hero. Yeah. He's almost at 404 to get the... Oh, he's actually just going to go for... I guess he's going for a straight book. Alright.
That's something you don't really see too often. Straight book on a on an Invoker, rather.
Finishes the wand, but he bought a Belt of Strength, so I guess he's going to go...
It's got to be the book.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not getting that basher. So Fata is
that would be impressive.
The new meta build coming out. No, he is going to go for the immediate Necro. Or at least he's starting it. You could maybe go back to the Midas later after you have your Belt of Strength. It's just nice to have the Belt of Strength. And he hasn't bought that Staff of Wizardry yet anyway, so he's just going to keep that in his inventory potentially and then maybe move into the Midas next. We'll see. Down bottom, Koikfa has finished up the Midas, which is actually nicely timed. Again, no phase boots, so not the worst thing in the world. He'll get those rather soon, I imagine, and they'll go from there. They're going to smoke up. Look at this pressure being applied by Liquid. Wait is going for mech, by the way. TC almost has his Shadow Blade, just needs that Shadow Amulet as that component. Misery is in not the best position. TC's going to go up onto the high ground here. The Elder Dragon form is ready to go. He's going to pop it. The Dragon Tail as well. The Breathe Fire should clean this up. The Earth Spike, the Centaur Stampede used as well. MSS going to get sprouted up. He's going to try to TP away. There's the Hex from Bulba. MSS is going to go down. That's going to be a double kill for TC, actually, which puts him that much closer, like I said, to that Shadow Blade.
Yeah, and another game I think where Shadow Blade will be pretty good for him. Mouse's team, again, not really looking to ball up and push. They're just going to split push with the Lycan and with that Invoker, and they try to get pickoffs with the rest of these heroes. So a good game for Shadow Blade, pretty similar to the last one, and a couple of very low HP supports, and Venge as well as the Sand King could provide him some decent targets for kills here. And Invoker a little bit, but it's much harder to kill him.
So right now, they actually take 2 tier 2 towers in the first 10 or so minutes of the game. And if you're Mousesports, you've got to be worrying. They've just taken down 2 lanes of outer towers. You're getting a lot of gold for Liquid here. Even Bulba has 1,500 gold in the bank. He's going to have a very early Blink Dagger with 10 CS. He's had 10 CS. He has been a part of 3 kills, yes, but you've got to be worried. Now, Misery has not done much here on this Venge. Obviously, you do want to get swapped. And the problem is levels are a big issue. Misery is going to need the level 2 swap to be super effective. Sand King is not that close to his Blink Dagger. I guess he's going to get there in about 13, 14 minutes, assuming everything goes well. There is that Blink Dagger done, though, for Demon, and that's the biggest issue, I feel like, because he's got a lot of farm here. And again, TC also, he has his Shadow Blade now on top of everything else, so...
Yeah, I think as soon as Elder Dragon forms back up, we're going to see Liquid push again. They need to continue just pressuring Mouse here and try to make it so there's not a good opportunity for Lycan to Roche, and Koikfa keeps popping Treants and Roche, which is a really effective way to see, obviously, if that Lycan is Roshing, so you can just leave those in there.
I think I want to say that if Liquid take down the top towers and they just take map control over the enemy jungle, Mouse's jungle, before Paz can get his Blink Dagger, they're going to have a huge advantage, so much so that I think they just might outright win the game. That's very important objective for them to take, and they know that. Roshan may become second to that even. Yes, you might want to have that Aegis, but you can even just give away Roshan as long as you're getting the tier 2 tower out of it. Placat will grab a Haste Rune in the meantime. There's 3 heroes mid for Liquid. There's 3 heroes bottom for Mouse. So they're looking to apply pressure elsewhere on the map. Sensor will pick up his Blink Dagger. Well timed, actually, for MSS in the offlane. Fata picks Book 1. That is without Midas, by the way. Fata's sitting up here alone. They do have Bulba, and they do have Koikfa. I don't know if that's going to be enough, however. They're actually chasing after Paz. Waitu cannot connect on the kill. TC is Shadow Bladed, still looking for more, but they're going to have actually Fata TP away, and this should be a free tier 1 tower. Well, not free. They're actually trading it for that bottom tier 1. So.
Yeah, but this is like you were talking about. The map control is pretty crucial for Liquid at this point. They need to get some... they actually have a really nice ward here as well, so... if they continue this journey to the top lane and take down this tier 1 and tier 2, they're going to be in very good shape moving forward here. Partly because, like you said, well, Paz actually is getting very close to his Blink now. As long as he doesn't die, he should have no problem finishing it up, but... Oh, I say as long as he doesn't die.
Masha getting caught out. There's the Earth Spike. Man, he gets blown up. MSS coming in. He's going to have to stampede away. The tail end of it. Maybe they go for this. They have a Blink Gush. MSS is going to go ahead and TP away. TC, he can't get the stun off. He actually doesn't see him. They actually lost their tier 2 tower down bottom as well. Mousesports taking that with their split push. Plycat and Misery are running away.
Yeah, this is Lycan Gaming, boys. This is what happens. And you leave your towers alone, he's going to kill it instantly. Still has not really had a good opportunity to pop into Roshan, but that's alright. I mean, he's still getting a lot of work done on the map, taking down those towers, so...
For Liquid, it's just to make sure the teams can't farm the enemy jungle. Koikfa's going to run out of Misery. He's going to get sprouted. Do they have enough damage here? Swap's going to go. Stun might fly here in a second. Oh, the right click. The stomp, though, coming in. MSS is going to blow both of these heroes up. One is dead. Quick was going to be the second. MSS with a double kill. That's a bit too aggressive from Liquid. That is not what you want to see.
Yeah, good rotations from Mouse enough to secure that one, but they were a little bit far forward for that kind of movement.
What is this courier doing here in this corner? I don't know what this is doing here.
It was down. I think it was down bottom when Lycan was here, and then they just kind of forgot about it. Poor Shagbark.
Yeah, get out of there.
Poor Shagbark.
That was funny.
They have the courier advantage over this disgusting slug. God,
that's what Sam asked at the beginning of the game. He's like, "How do you like my chicken?"
God, I hate that thing.
Like, dude, that thing's the worst thing ever. We actually talked about it in the game before too. There's like, that's an awful courier. Don't ever use this thing, please.
Juan finished up here for MSS, so he has his Blink Dagger. That's the big thing. Where is he gonna go next?
Maybe Hood, I think.
Yeah, Hood in a pipe seems pretty okay
against, here. Tide, I'd be down against the line too. I think I'm okay with that. It's a standard pickup.
Dragon Breath, I think that's pretty good.
The correct terminology is Breathe Fire, Greg. Come on, now get it right.
Fuck off.
So we're about 15 minutes in here to the game two rather, of the grand finals of the ADL. And I'd say it's looking okay for Liquid now, but
it's pretty even. They need to keep the pressure on though. Like this Lycan is just gonna start tearing them apart. Look how much gold Pycat has.
He's saving, man. He's putting some money in that bank and says, "I just want 3,500 gold for whatever reason." They're wrapping around. This could be huge. He's got Ravage. Blink Ravage is gonna go. It's gonna connect on two. Meanwhile, MSS gonna get Earth Spike. Nice, Earth Spike coming in. MSS is done. There's the epicenter. Isn't it enough? Bottom will die to the anchor smash. Oh, here comes Pycat. He wants to clean up. This is not looking good. Liquid's gonna get this fight turned around on them. TC taking the damage. He should get right click down here, and looks like he will. Triple kill for Pycat. Mousesports now. Pycat has 5,000 gold in the bank. You need to buy something, so you're rich. Yep, there you go. Necro 2 works.
Almost straight Necro 3. He's going to walk into Roche now. That fight started really well for Liquid, and in the end they don't get Pycat, so he just turns around and kills everyone. They use all their CC on Fada. They do get him down, but then in came the epicenter, killed the supports pretty much instantly, and Pycat was able to clean up the rest. So I think Mouse have a pretty solid advantage now. Their gold graph is still starting to equalize, but XP is their way at this point. They get Roche as well, so a lot of objectives being taken from Mouse at once. They get Necro 3, they get Roche. Pycat gets a triple kill. He's 6-1. Looking scary.
I think, and Koikfu was just like, I didn't want to come to that fight, guys. Stampede, Fatsa chasing after Koikfu now. There's the cold snap, long range. That initial damage, man. That sucks now. It's just not good.
Yeah, it's, I'll be interested to see if Invoker builds change at all. Fada now taking a lot of pressure. Earthspike as well.
Done. They blew a lot for that.
Oh, that's okay though.
They're gonna try to go for a tier 2 tower now top, and it feels like, I don't know, Mouse, they could probably fight this if they wanted to, but they're gonna just try to split push instead. And yeah, this tower is probably gonna go down. This tier 1 tower looks like it will fall. The good thing is they do have the Lycan counter and the Enchantress. To a certain extent. Just take your Necro Warrior away from you and go from there. It's going to be a tier 1 for a tier 2 potentially. No, TC and the rest of Liquid are not able to do anything to this tower. They're actually going to have to leave immediately as Koikfu TP's away. Pycat says, listen, I'll just take this farm. Thank you for giving it to me, essentially. And,
yeah, and now it looks like TC is going to be going most likely for that BKB, so the problem here is that Pycat is really farmed with that Necro 3 now. He can easily push down tier 2 towers pretty much without a problem. Wolves plus Howl plus Necro Creeps. Pretty good recipe for killing that tier 2, so we'll see if Liquid can figure out a way to 5-man through this. I think that's really their only option. They just take big fights and try to make it so Mouse cannot split push. Maybe they 4-man. Koikva, I guess, could maybe just split push, but they really need to ball up and try to get some kills.
I feel like if they 5-man, they really need to lock down Pycat somehow. Because he's going to be an issue.
The problem is that they have to use all their CC on Fada, otherwise he just goes to town, so it's a bit of an issue for them. Like, if Pycat gets a BKB, I don't know how they're really going to win a fight.
And then MSS is just going to come in and stomp people, and then Paz is going to come in and just burrow strike people, so
Yeah, he had a great epi last fight as well.
Yeah, I think that won them the engagement for the most part. And I don't see anybody getting a pipe anytime soon on Liquid. I mean, their itemization is pretty straightforward. You see what they're going for to make sense. So for Mousesports right now, I'd say they've turned the corner. They're now solidly at least in the lead here. Liquid are going to be on the back foot unless they can get, like you said, a really solid fight. I don't know if that's going to happen. Pycat has
I don't know.
A lot of net worth. He's got a lot of gold. He could just buy a Basher outright pretty soon.
Yeah, and MSS is actually going to be going for a mechanism. That's probably fine. I worry a little bit for his mana pool, but I guess if someone's going to be buying, someone needs to buy the mech. So
yeah. Stampede's going to go. Meanwhile, they're going to try to get MSS kill here on Quake, who was a little too far out of position. They are going to go ahead and just use that Gush, the Earth Spike as well. They hexed up as well, but here we go. Burrow Epi from Pause. There's the Ravage. It is going to connect on MSS. 1 for 1 about right now, and it looks like that might be it, but maybe Pause could chase down Demon here and get this kill. Demon's about out of mana. Pause, that's not a good Burrow trick, man. Oh, Deafening Blast.
Oh my god, that was just that was just unfortunate.
That's, well, they actually get Demon out of there. They actually killed Bulba as well as Quake, so
tower is under attack.
A pretty good trade for Mousesports. Now Waitsu going to get caught out of position. Pycat going to go to town here. There's the Dragon Tail, the impetus damage, not really doing much right now. Demon is going to come in. Pykat's like, I need to leave immediately. TP from Quakefoot, he's going to go ahead and sprout up. It looks like, oh, Body Block first. Actually, he's going to get Earth Spike. Pycat maybe in trouble. It just might go down. Radiant's Courier dies. I'm not sure where. It looks like he died to the unfortunate Wolves. Pykat's going to get right-click down. Dragon Tail as well. Demon's going to get the kill, so I'm pretty sure
they killed Pycat for it. They do lose their Courier, so
there's a bottle.
I guess that's kind of even, and it's going to be a refresher next for Demon. He's actually very close.
He needs the recipe. The recipe's a lot of money, but
no, he has no. That's the refresher recipe on Stash.
Is it really? Oh.
Yeah.
All right,
So,
I did not notice that. I thought that was a Robo the Magi.
Yeah, I thought that was the. Yeah, that's. He's close.
That's about 200 gold away. Yeah. Actually, no, about 5. Yeah, he needs the Sage's Mask as well. Okay. So, yeah.
Close. And a story.
MSS is going to jump in, stomp him, cold snap, double edge, right click, Stampede even used for this. And Bulba's going to come to his rescue. It actually might be enough. Demon's sitting at 18 HP. He's going to be able to blink away. He might actually get out of this alive.
He has no mana for TP.
He's got a stick. Boom, there it is. TP's out. Easy Demon gaming.
Jimmy Dota, boys. I don't know what else to say. I mean, the problem here for Mouse is, if you look at the net worth, Pycat is all they really have. Like, the rest of their heroes are not as farmed as Liquid, so I mean, Fada is close, but they have a lot of CC to deal with him, so if they're able to somehow pick off Pycat, it's going to be easy push for Liquid, and they already did it once. I mean, they killed him twice when he was up in middle, but unfortunately the lanes weren't really in a position where they could utilize it.
Well, now it's going to be even more difficult to kill Pycat. He gets his BKB sent out to him as we speak, so that's a bit of an issue. Quakefoot is going to get his level 3 Necro, which is nice. Again, you talked about the refresher. Should be done. Yeah, there it is for Demon. It just finished it up there, so that's huge. Bulba's sitting on Tranquil's and a Blink. He really doesn't have much other than that. Waitsu has his mech, and he'll have another item soon, I imagine, but TC sitting on a BKB as well, so I don't know. I feel like Mouse, they still have, maybe have an edge here because of how farm Pycat is, but I agree with you. It can go either way at this point.
Yeah, it's going to come down to engagements. If Liquid get a good engagement, maybe pick off Pycat or Fada before the fight, they should have enough CC to bring down the other. The problem is they can't really spread that CC around because obviously Shapeshift is just really annoying, because if you miss him for a second, he'll just run out of there with that BKB as well. So they really need to chain together their stuns. The good news is with the Blink on Bulba, that BKB on Pykat's not quite as good. It's pretty easy for them to get a strong initiation with Blink Hex.
Liquid are going to go ahead and decide to ball up and use their Smoke of Deceit. Pos is maybe not the highest value target, but he's something. TC sees him immediately, and Pykat's the bigger value. They're not going to grab him. Earth Spike's going to go. Pycat getting Ravaged now. Can they get him? They have another Ravage. They're going to use it. They're going to blow everything for the kill. Bulba fingers him just to get it, but they get it done nonetheless, and he's down for 54 seconds. This is the opportunity. This is what you were talking about, picking off Pycat. That's exactly what they needed. Greg. We've lost Greg, everybody. This might be an internet issue for me. Am I dropping anything? No. Well, Greg's gone, unfortunately. Elder Dragon form for TC. They are going to group up. They're going to look for a tier 3 tower here. Is there
Dire's
buyback
middle tower is
on
under
Pycat?
attack.
No, he actually doesn't have it. This is huge. If somehow
Dire's
Liquid can manage to break the base
structures
in
are
time,
fortified.
Pycat's dead. This could be a significant victory for them. I don't know if they'll get the racks here. They don't have any Ravage. They used both of them just for that kill alone. And looks like they are done pushing this tier 3. Wei 2 getting magic missiled. Getting right-clicked a bit by the Cold Snap and the Forge Spirits, but he should be okay. And they won't be able to get this tier 3 tower. Welcome back, Greg.
That. My internet blew up.
You're a bit quiet. Oh, Wei 2 getting caught out. Sandstorm. Stomp. Double Edge. Is he dead? Yeah, he's... Even with that untouched voice, he's still dead, but...
An artful death.
Alright, well... You missed Pycat dying, I think.
Double
Well,
damage.
that's a pretty good pickoff for Liquid.
They used double Ravage for it, and then they tried to push down mid tier 3, and they got a little bit of damage on it, and then they lost Wei 2, and that was it.
Well, that's not great. They do need to. They need to continue taking objectives here. The tier 2 tower top is still available if they want to push into that. Oh, Demon, careful! Oh wow, that Jimmy just has no fear. Like whatever. I see her on the low ground. Gush it. Who fucking cares?
He's pulling the creep wave. He's like, listen, you see this creep wave? Screw you. This is my creep wave now.
Radiant's middle tower
Unfortunately,
is under
there's still a
attack.
mob of creeps to knock down the middle tower.
Yeah, they don't need that creep wave really at all. That's gonna stop their push into the tier 3 grade.
Radiant's
But
middle tower has fallen.
they're not gonna go for that anyway. They're actually TPing back home. Demon's like, I'm staying here, everybody. They're still pinging it. He's gonna blink a TP, and that's the right decision. And Koik was TPing out as well.
Out there.
It's a bit
Quick
sketchy.
fire. Oh, they want to kill Pycat. He does a BKB shapeshift.
This is gonna be
a
tough.
mistake.
They're just gonna make sure they pop the BKB. TC actually got completely mana drained. Now the Stampede's gonna go. They want a burst strike coming in. They're gonna find TC.
God.
That is not good. There's the Earth Spike coming in on MSS. A bit late, but now they gotta get out of there. Everyone, it's time to abort the mission. Liquid, get out. Leave.
Mistakes were made.
Oh, maybe it's not. Ravage gonna come in. Pycat might get focused down. He's gonna get hexed up here. Deafening Blast and Ice Swap gonna come through. Pycat still alive. The impetus damage not nearly enough. TC bought back on the backside. Paz is getting chased down. Invoker grabs a kill on Bulba. Demon gets burrow struck on the backside. Now there's the stomp to double edge. Meanwhile, Demon rather strong, rather tanky, but he's alone here. He's gonna use that nice anchor smash. Not able to do enough damage. There's the refresher coming in. Another Ravage. Paz gonna get right click with the impetus, but is that it? TC gets the kill on Fata. Now they're gonna chase after Misery here. Demon's on the high ground. No mana for a gush. Misery may be in trouble. TP coming in from Quake, but he's gonna look for a Sprout. Will he find it? Absolutely. Blocks the path of Misery. Misery's gonna fall. Pycat is gonna come back in, or is he? Looks like they're going to go straight for Roshan and just try to take this nice fight for Liquid. Great bait and excellent Ravages for Demon there to get a couple of kills.
Yeah, that was a bunch of really good Ravages from Demon. The second one especially, he waited a really long time. He had that refresher available like 4 seconds after he used the first Ravage, and he just waited a really long time and used that Ravage at the perfect time. So, good patience there displayed by Demon, and Pycat.
He wants to man up.
Oh, they
Demon's
want
on
to
the
turn
high
this
ground.
around.
Uh-oh. MS says stomp it up. Centaur is going to use his Stampede as well. TC is in the pit. He's going to have to Shadow Blade. They do have the Necro Warriors up now. There's the Epicenter coming in. Liquid in some trouble to lose Wei 2. They're about to lose Bulba, and in fact, really can't get the finger off. The animation went. The Sunstrike going as well. Oh, it actually hits and kills TC. Well played by Fata. Now they're going to take Roshan as well. Demon will TP out. That's a huge loss for Liquid. Mao's
Bad
now.
news.
Yeah.
Now, after taking a really nice fight, they get interrupted by a huge amount, like just so many heroes flowing in there by Mouse. At first, it looks like it may be just Pycat, but then the rest of the heroes show up and go to town on Liquid, who are pretty ulti reliant. Koikva, he goes down in the top lane.
That is not good. They just lose 4 heroes.
That Sunstrike too, killing TC is pretty big as well. Now their defenses are basically down for Liquid. No Ravage for 45 seconds. So Mouse can do whatever they want for the next minute or so.
I gotta say, that was really well played from Pycat. You talked about how they kind of just walked in there one at a time, but they did it where Pycat was BKB'd up. They threw the Necros. There was so much damage to deal with. Maybe if Bulba gets off his finger, it's a bit different. Even if he does, it doesn't really matter. I feel like Mouse probably still take the Aegis. They still get their objectives, and now they're going to look towards this tier 3 tower. MSS will go ahead and heal up. Fatsa will split push top, and now Liquid are in a position where I think they're down a bit of gold here. Yeah, 7,500 experience-wise, almost 7,500 as well. And they're in danger of losing a couple of tier 3 towers is on top of all of it, so. Well, I'm at a lost Greg again. Yep, there he goes. We maybe have to bring in somebody off the bench here for game number 3. But so far, we've had a fantastic series, everybody. I mean, right now, it's looking like we're going to be tied up 1-1. A bit too early to say that, I suppose, but still, Mousesports looking very comfortable. Paz has played an excellent game on the Sand King. His epicenters and burrow strikes have been absolutely on point. Misery has had a couple of good swaps, but he's not been the story of the game. It's been Pycat farming away, MSS on his Centaur. It's really just been an absolute pleasure. Lion actually gets a kill down bottom. Looks like they maybe just used a Ravage there, and yeah, Demon just refreshed it, so... Alright, Greg, are you back, my friend?
I'm back again. Sorry, I don't know. I've never had this problem before here, but my net is just all over the place.
Welcome back.
Back.
Man, I'm surprised. I thought I was going to be the one to be disconnecting. My power was going to go out.
Pass your internet connection problems to me, dude. It's your fault.
I'm sorry. Listen, it happens, but I think that's an ISP problem, not me, so... Well, you didn't miss much. They got a kill using Ravage on Fata down bottom, and there's a bit of farming, and that was about it, so... Oh, well, Koikva getting stopped, double edge as well, the right click, Koikva in some trouble, looks like he will fall, he's going to sprout, but it's not going to help him out, unfortunately. And the force just to get away, Paz get a burrow strike just to clear creep wave. He's still there.
I'm still here.
Okay.
I'm alive.
Making
You're
sure.
getting worried now. Ags for Misery. Well, that's going to be
That's huge, actually. You can swap to a creep.
10-second scepter cooldown.
It's huge, yeah. It doesn't increase the range, I don't believe, but...
I don't think so.
But it does everything else.
Level 3 is already pretty high anyway, so...
Well, yeah, and actually Misery is sitting at level 14, which is really solid for a Vengeful Spirit. Bulba's only level 11, and Wix is only level 12, so there is that experience gap that is putting Liquid a bit off here. And now it looks like it's time. Mousesports, they're grouping up. They might try to bait something here. Everyone's kind of backing off. They're just going to maybe split push to death. I have to imagine they want to go soon. They have everything that they maybe need for Pycat. Maybe get a Basher instead. Maybe just sell this bottle at some point in time. You don't really need it anymore. Give it to a support even would be fine.
Yeah, support could use that.
And go for Cuirass.
That makes sense. I mean, it's just the standard item build here. The attack speed benefits Lycan quite a bit. Obviously, the minus armor is good as well. So we'll see if Liquid can battle through back. And I don't know, man. I feel like it has to go ultra late for them to have a chance at this one because of Koikva. But then the problem is their other heroes are not that good late. So I don't know.
It definitely seems like they don't have anybody to rely on like they did in the last game. Liquid don't have anybody to rely on in the last game like they did in the last game in terms of like Koikva and his Mirana play. It's not quite there. Yes, Nature's Prophet can carry, but with his itemization and what he has right now, it doesn't look like that's going to happen. So Liquid are going to just try to take down this last objective here, or at least the last outer tower. The Assault Cuirass is done. We talked about the arms race so much. I imagine at some point if this game goes long enough, DK will pick up one of his own as well.
Yeah, I think that's a fair assumption. And in top lane, Liquid, I think, are going to take this, but the problem is, what's going to be the cost of that as Mouse is just charging down middle?
But at what cost? The tier 3 is going to be forced. The Glyph now up, the Ice Wall as well. There's the site that's done. Pycat fakes, Jukes going in, decides against it, and backs off. But, well, this tier 3 tower is dead. There is a Refresher Ravage ready to go for Demons, so...
They need to figure out a way to engage and get a huge team fight for Liquid. Otherwise,
yeah,
I think they're just going to get chipped down by Invoker split pushing, by Pycat balling up with the team, or split pushing. Mouse just have a lot of options here to knock down towers, and I mean, look how easy it was for them to get that tier 3. So we'll see. We'll see if Liquid can pull it together.
And this is just a game where I feel like, unless Mouse makes some crucial mistakes here, Liquid are going to have a rough time of getting back into this one. It really comes down to your Refresher Ravage. That does so much damage, and I think if you got a pipe coming, which they might, I think. Oh, meanwhile, they're going to catch somebody out of position. Koikva X's up MSS. Now there's the Earth Spike coming in. They need the Blink Ravage. They need it immediately. The Gush is going to go Pycat. He doesn't use his BKB. There's goes. They're going to try to get out of it with the Aegis as well. Looks like he might just make it out. TC's hasted up, though. He's kind of speedy. He has his Elder Dragon form. Now the Stomp coming in as well. BKB going for TC. Bulba is dead. MSS getting caught out. FB Center getting channeled by Paz. About to go in. Nice swap from Misery. Now they're getting to catch out a couple of heroes. The mech's going to keep everyone alive. There's the Refresher coming in. They're not going to use the Ravage just yet. Paz about to fall. Fatsa's going to walk right in. TC, Elder Dragon form. There's another Ravage going. Fatsa getting right-click down. He'll fall as well. 3 dead. All for just Bulba, actually. Koikfa will TP away. The gem is on the deck. They were trying to chase after Pycat, who, by the way, shapeshifted. He's looking to go back in. MSS is rather low as well. This is dangerous.
Yeah, that seems really dangerous. A single Dragon Tail, and he could die here.
MSS. TC's coming in. The mech's keeping everybody alive. Pycat is going to back away, it looks like. They know he's there. They don't have vision of him right now, but...
What a Sprout.
Are they going to go after this?
Demon lives on the backside due to an unbelievable Sprout from Koikva. That was actually unreal. He sprouted his teammate to keep the other creeps out, let Jimmy reset his Blink Dagger and blink out. That was
I didn't see it, but
that was some high level play right there.
I'm actually pretty sad I didn't see it now, but that's a really good fight, and that was actually really solid for Mouse too. The swap in, the epicenter, that was about as good as it gets, other than obviously Pycat on the back foot the entire time and MSS having to stomp to sort of counter initiate. So for Liquid, maybe it's not such a pipe dream after all. They're still down 7,500 gold. Late game, they still have potential. Koikfa does have a side device. He's got 3,000 gold in the bank as well. You're going to fall off at some point as a Lycan.
Yeah, absolutely. You definitely do. And Nature's Prophet a little bit better in the really late parts of the game, split pushing, just because of teleportation, obviously, and initiation.
Bobo, what happened, man? Burrow strike stomp. Bobo, what are you doing, dude? What are you doing, Sam?
Well, that's not really a pick-off you can afford to give away like that. Bulba's died a couple times now, and that one really is just a little bit too far forward.
7 deaths.
That was way too syndrome right there.
Ouch, dude. He's in the same game, man. How you gonna flame him like that?
I don't know. I have to say, I actually really I've been enjoying way too on these cores.
I have been as well. The last game he played an excellent Doom. Fantastic, actually. So.
Aghanim's almost done for him, so some extra damage going to be coming out of way too.
Yeah.
And,
also,
MSS has a halberd, jeez.
Yeah, he's had that for a couple minutes now. TC actually, there it is, man. That's the Salt Cuirass, the arms race. We talk about it so often.
The AC arms race.
It's now been, well, actually, he still needs the Hyperstone, but that's not too long way off. BKB is the choice for Koikfa here, which I like a lot, but he doesn't really have the damage to be super effective yet. They've
been getting owned by these Eppies, so I think BKB is a good choice. Paz does have that Veil. He looks like he's probably going to be building towards his own BKB next to just make sure he does get those off uninterrupted. Ags is done for Misery, so we'll see what kind of work Ags swap does.
He can honestly just swap on cooldown if you really want to see. Oh yeah, it's 150 mana cost. That's kind of the issue. But top lane, looks like a fight. MS is getting caught out. Nice. BKB stopping all of that damage from Paz, but it doesn't matter because guess what? Way2's dead. Now Paz is going to get Dragon Tail. TC will grab that kill. They would have liked MSS, but they'll pick up one instead. Meanwhile, Ravage is going to go on the backside. There's the Shiva's Guard. Refresher is going to go as well. They hit up 2 with it. Fatsa about to die. The Shiva's Guard again going. Fatsa will fall. MSS, he might go down. He's going to force away. Blink as well. MSS, this slippery man getting out of there. And Misery, they're going to go ahead and finish off Roshan. They'll pick up the Aegis. Somebody pick up the Aegis. Pick up the Aegis. There you go. Pycat, get out of there, buddy. TC's going to go right on Misery. Now, BKB for Pycat. Gush as well. The Anchor Smash. TC getting low. He's got the gem. He's going to die to Pycat. Pycat's just going to go to town. Demon's got to back away. They've got no damage to follow this up with. Demon getting chased down. Pycat, well, Shiva's Guard is going to go, but Demon may be in some trouble here. The Force further. They really want this kill. Blink away for Demon in about a second here. He's going to go right back into the pick. He's going to pick up the gem and keep you away. Wow. What a player. Demon getting out of there.
You know, I have to say, that end play there, very good, but what were Liquid thinking was going to happen if they walked into the pit like that? Like, what good could have come?
I feel like they were just like, listen.
A cheese plus an Aegis with a Lycan and a Vengeful.
Roche went down and they were already like committed to it. They're like, listen, we're going to walk in there, whatever happens, happens. We're going to deal with it when it comes, so.
Misery did have to eat the cheese during the course of that engagement, so that is already gone and consumed, but Aegis is up on Pycat, obviously.
Pycat's going to wrap around. Wait, see, what are you doing out here? Way2's dead. Nature's Tenets is not going to save you now. Fluffy tail status. Touched.
Way2 status. Confirmed. Wrecked. Tyrannosaurus Rex. That's possibly my favorite Twitch chat thing ever. But now Mouse charging forward here. Tier 3 tower already dead. I think this might be a dead Rax. Yeah, there is no Ravage for 50 seconds, so that's
oh boy. Ooh, nice. Good blink, I think, away from Demon.
Radiant's middle barracks are under attack.
Fortification is going to go yet again, but Mousesports, they're not going to be deterred. A set of racks will be awaiting them. It's been taken down. Pyke gets the last hit there. They're going to head straight to top, and this might be the Executioner's axe falling in the head of Liquid, at least for this game. Well, maybe not. Pyke, Demon's going to jump in. TC, BKB, Misery getting hexed up and stunned up. 4-step away, the finger, he's still alive. Now they're going to go ahead and use the mech. TC in some trouble to stop the double edge. Paz gets a double kill with the epicenter. Well played. Koikfa getting caught out. He's got to pop the BKB, but not doing much damage yet again. Fatsa gets hexed up. He's not taking much. He'll back away. He's going to walk right out of the base. Pyke will take another set of racks. And now Liquid are down 2 sets. Not really looking solid for them. It looks like they will go maybe down here. It might be 1-1. After we're all said and done in the next couple of minutes. They will have to go back home for Mousesports and defend, but they've already taken their objective.
Yeah, I mean, things are just looking really good now for Mouse, and the problem is without Refresher Ravage, Liquid can't really seem to fight. They're going to go in on Fada here. They are going to kill him, but they still lost 2 sets of Raxes. And, well, it's just, this is the problem with the Tidehunter in, like, one of your core roles is you are very ulti reliant to team fights. So using the 2 Ravages in one fight it's you know, sometimes what you have to do, but sometimes it might be a little bit better to spread out those Ravages. But I don't know, it's just really hard for them at this point. The BKBs are coming up as well. Invoker has his, Lycan has his, and it's just gonna get rough from here on out. Abyssal is done as well for Pyke.
You saw how long it took for Fatsa to die in that scenario. He just, I mean, that wasn't because he was tanky. It's because they just don't have any right click also. I mean, Koikfa does literally no damage right now. He's got the Demon Edge, and that's about it. I mean, he just picked up that Demon Edge as well, so...
Yeah, he just needs time to really get, like, a Desolator or whatever. He's getting an MKB, I guess, so... Mjolnir. Whatever his option is here, I mean, I guess... Liquid are not out of it. They have a Nature's Prophet. I can never count a team with a Nature's Prophet out. They're going to try to push back in here. They have Ravage. If they get a good team fight here, the game could just be over. They could push through to tier 4. Pyke defending here still does have that. Oh my god, that's flop Koikfa.
That range. Now, they're going to go ahead with the Ravage. They're going to refresh it up as well, but guess what? Pyke doesn't seem to mind. Vata and MSS are getting low, but nice mech to keep them alive. Demon's getting low. Deafening Blast whips. Demon's going to fall. Burrow Strike. Pyke with a double kill. Way too getting chopped down. But he will survive. Nature's Intent. It's nice tornado on the backside. They will try to go for this next, I believe. The Stomp misses up there. The Nature's Wrath going in. Koikfa actually bought back. Pyke had some trouble here. There's the Air Spike going through. Buyback hit from MSS. Pyke, that's just the ages. Misery getting focused down as well. I don't think he actually has buyback, so if Misery falls, that's kind of a problem. Koikfa's getting pushed back. TC up as well. He's actually disarmed, I think, for a second. MSS still bought back, but he's still alive. Now, pause. There's the Abyssal on TC. Big Earth Spike. Koikfa getting brought down. He's dead for 100 seconds. TC getting bashed up. He will Shadow Blade away, and he will survive. They'll focus their attention to Bulba. Bulba should be okay. Now, yep, just barely. Sunstrike off the mark. Bulba smokes. It actually might work. Nope, just kidding. It's not going to work. Bulba's dead.
So Liquid lose a lot after trying to push in middle rather aggressively. That was sort of a do-or-die push for them.
Yeah.
I mean, split pushing against Lycan and Invoker is not really advisable. You need to get pretty lucky, I think, to get that to work. So now Mouse, I think, are just going to look to go finish up the game here. Buybacks are not great. Not great for Liquid. Only Bulba.
That's not the hero you want to have with buyback.
That is not the hero you want to have buyback on. Koikfa buying back in that fight and dying does not really seal their fate, but effectively, I mean, that puts them in a pretty shit situation.
Yeah, so it really looks like Mouse are going to at least knot this series up, but again, the game's not done yet. I mean, they did the best they could with what they had in terms of that fight, but who knows? Maybe if they get a more favorable situation, and they've already forced out a couple of buybacks, so somebody bought something just a second ago from Mousesports. I'm not sure what it was. Somebody had buyback, it doesn't have it now. It might be Fata.
Fata bought a
Yep,
Shiva's, so.
There it is. That's the Shiva's guard. So that's something at least. Well, 43 minutes in, and I guess now you just wait for the next Roshan if you're Mousesports, and then you just take the last set racks. I don't even know if you need to wait.
Damage.
I guess you probably want to be safe.
I think it's a little bit safer to wait, but you probably don't have to. If they get a pick off on someone like TC... Oh, Misery.
That Dragon Tail Earth Spike. Highcat's going to come in. Finger is going to go. They'll grab the kill. There's going to be the Ghost Scepter for Bulba, just keeping him alive for a bit. But Highcat's going to go to town. There's the Hex up as well. It's very fast. The right click. Gush. Big Burrow Strike onto 3. Epicenter has not been used. Actually, he used it. It got canceled immediately. Ravage is going to go. Doing some damage, but now the Tornado onto a couple of heroes as well. There's the second Ravage coming in. Pycat's still alive, but just barely. He will get 1 kill. Burrow Strike coming in yet again for Paz. The impetus damage on Pycat. He'll fall. He's dead for 95 seconds. Koikfa taking the double edge. He's still alive. About to fall. Paz wants that kill. He can't get it. Sunstrike on the backside somewhere. Will not connect to Koikfa. Just barely misses him there. Still alive. MSS will TP away home. The only 2 that have buyback are, well, 2 that are dead the longest. It's going to be Paz as well as Pycat. So Liquid end up winning the engagement, but they had to use a lot. Again, like you mentioned, the Refresher Ravage now on cooldown. So even if they win this fight, they might force out a buyback, but I don't see them getting a Rax or anything.
Looks like they're not even going to continue forward here. They know that if they have nothing, if Pycat buys back and just runs at them, he can just abyssal them and instantly kill them. Without Ravage, they just have no really mechanisms to fight, because Koikva, I mean, he has a Hex, sure, but he doesn't have a lot of damage to follow it up yet, so Liquid, I think, maybe benefit from a little bit more time, but the problem is with 2 Raxes down, you don't even get that much extra farm, so.
Yeah, I mean, at some point, Mouse are just going to be just a ball. They're just going to ball up and just kill you because they have so much in terms of farm. If we look at the gold graph right now, they're ahead only by 10k. It's actually stifled a little bit and headed back in the direction of Liquid, but for the most part, I mean, they're still doing very well. MSS has, like you said, that Halberd. I'm surprised they didn't get up a pipe or something. A lot of that damage is coming from Ravage, albeit not as much anymore. It's starting to taper off as heroes are getting more levels. Maelstrom is going to come out for the DK, so Mjolnir, the next item choice for TC, which is an okay item. It'll help in terms of giving him damage, which they desperately need right now, but is it going to be enough is the question.
I think it's pretty good with Frost Dragon and the extra attack speed you do eventually get from that Mjolnir, but I don't know, like you said, I mean, they need a lot more damage, and I'm not sure if this is enough. Ghost Scepters have been purchased up by a bunch of these heroes. I mean, Demon has his, Bulba has his. To just help with that Lycanthrope, just being able to kill them if he A-blades them, so. They find an Invis rune. Demon, I think, is going to be one of the one to take that. Does have double Ravage available soon. Liquid need to get a fight at the Mouse base with double Ravage, and maybe they can take this game.
And double Ravage seems to be the key. Koikfa picks up the MKB, which is nice. Mouse, Roshan, it is up.
They need to kill Pycat with the double Ravage too, I think. Otherwise, it's going to be pretty hard because he does have that buyback.
Yeah, even if they kill him, he's just going to buy back. That's the scenario, so.
Well, his BKB is winding down now, 4 seconds. So if they kill him in the first double Ravage, there's a chance that they can Dragon Tail him and kill him down in the second one, or Hex him or something. So yeah. If he does not die in that first Ravage, though, I think they're just screwed. And if he has an Aegis, I think they're screwed.
Either way, it does seem like it could go the way of Liquid again, but with an Aegis now online for Pycat here, I'm not sure what he sold. Looks like I think it was his flags. They will have a way to just push in right now. They have buyback on Pycat. That's really all they need. Speaking of BKB, he just buys another one outright. So
that does take away his BKB, or his buyback rather, but only by 1,300 gold. So he's not too far off of having it again if they just want to wait.
Just gonna put that BKB on the ground, have the courier pick it up and bring it home. All right, well, 47 minutes in. I'm surprised the game has gone this late, considering the heroes and considering how well Mouse have done in this scenario, but not done yet.
Oh god, my internet might drop. Okay. Condolences if it does. It's starting to sketch out. It seems to be recovering though.
Alright, well, we'll keep you on hold here. We'll see what happens. Ghost Scepter is up for Tide. I'm assuming that's just a casual Ghost Scepter, as much as I want that to be an Ethereal Blade. I don't think it will be.
Seems unlikely. Liquid's just trying to defend their base right now. There's a lot of creeps pushing in still. They have to spam down the wave clear with Breathe Fire. Things are looking rough.
Well, at 48 minutes in, they could try to go for a smoke here. They could force something, but at this point in time, they might just be content with defending. They have all the items. Yep, yeah, there they go. They're going to smoke up. They're going to look for a potential engagement. Going to run right into Pycat. Stomp's going to go. Meanwhile, BKB's going to get popped. This is not a good fight for Liquid already. TC in some trouble, as you can clearly see, getting right-clicked down. He is dead. Demon already used the Ghost Scepter. He'll be next to fall. Double kill for Pycat. The Epicenter off the mark. Boba getting caught out. The swap. Long range on way 2. He's dead as well. This is going to be GG. Triple kill for Pycat. Mouse, they knotted up 1-1 in this best-of-5 series. Well, that was a rather good fight for Mousesports.
Victory.
Yeah, I think a bit more of a expected game there by Mouse. Able to take down game number 2, and Liquid did definitely have a couple opportunities there. That game was decently even, and until the end, that last fight was really rough for them. A good initiation, perhaps maybe they take that game, but a rough one for Liquid.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. So I don't know if I really enjoyed Liquid's draft. I think that maybe they put too many eggs, like you said, into the Tidehunter basket. They had many chances to win. They played, I think, a very solid game, but all in all, it's one game. And again, it's a best-of-5 series. Everything's tied up. We're back to 0, essentially. It becomes a best-of-3. So we're going to go ahead and jump into a break, guys. Thank you so much for watching us here on the American Dota League. Check out AmericanDotaLeague.com. Make sure you purchase up the ticket, $3.99 to the Dota store if you want to support the tournament. Again, my name is Mont. With me is What Is Hip. You can follow us at twitter.com/MontDota2 and twitter.com/WhatIsHipTV. We will take a break. We'll jump into game number 3 in just a second, guys. Stick around.